Hey, what is going on, everybody? How are you all doing today? I hope you all are having a wonderful and fantastic day today, and if not, hopefully you all will have a better tomorrow. So, today I wanted to have an interesting discussion about, is there really a good or evil side, or is this just completely a fight of opinions in the series of RWBY? So I thought this would be something interesting, and I thought it'd be something good to just discuss a little bit about. So anyways, without further ado, sit back, relax, I hope you all enjoy, and let's go ahead and get this discussion started. Now, I know what you're probably thinking. Why would I raise a question of, is there really a good or evil side, and that this could possibly be a fight of opinions? Well, when you think about it, when you look at a lot of things, within the series of RWBY thus far, it seems more like this is really just a side of misunderstanding between several characters. Now, I know you could say whenever there are characters of any series, this doesn't just include RWBY, but this is any series in general, when it comes between a force of both good and evil, obviously it is a fight more of different opinions. Like one side, which is good, will obviously believe in the right things, while the evil side will obviously believe in doing things for evil reasons. Thinking about this, when you look at each character of RWBY, when you look at each side, it seems more like it's upon different opinions or beliefs rather than it really does seem like it's good and evil. Now, of course, there are characters that have certainly represented good, and of course, when you look at it, it seems like there are characters that are obviously opposing to the opinions of certain characters, such as Salem. When you think about Salem, she obviously opposes Ozpin because of what he stands for, as well as the academies and what they stood for. Now, of course, she opposes these, but this doesn't necessarily make her evil. And that's something that people have to try to understand, is that, yes, she opposes Ozpin, but does that make her bad? Not necessarily. That's like when she opposed the academies. That doesn't necessarily make her bad either. Looking at Ozpin, he has his own goals and his own plans, but when you actually look at it, that doesn't make him good either. And when you think about it, these two characters obviously, disagree with one another, and that's why they oppose each other, and that's why they have a war with each other, because they obviously disagree with one another, and this causes them to fight because of their disagreements. And, looking at it, these opinions could be for right over wrong, though. Now, this doesn't mean that there isn't good and evil characters, but what you have to understand is, it looks more like this is actually a fight of opinions. And when you think about it, Cinder herself, she falls upon the opinions of Salem. She disagrees with Ozpin. She disagrees with how the academies are doing their things. And of course, this shows that this is yet again a disagreement of the opinion. And, when you also look at it, each character seems to have their own set motive. Certain characters have different motives than others, obviously, which obviously, yet again, goes down to difference in opinion. Because if you actually look at Raven, which hers is more convoluted and complicated because her plan was really more or less all over the place. But she obviously had her own plans as well for doing things, and it shows that she had a difference in opinion. It didn't make her good, it didn't make her bad. She obviously fought for what she believed in, which we discussed that a lot, so, don't have to get into that. But when you look at each character has their own motive, each character has their own reason for fighting on the side they're fighting on, or fighting for what they're fighting for. And this doesn't make them good or evil per se, but this just means that they have a different opinion from other characters, because, much like people, different opinions are all around the world. Now, of course, for one's actions, yes, that can be said that that could be good or evil, depending upon their motive and what they're doing it for. But, when you look at all these characters, and if you look at both sides, this looks more like at this point that it's a difference in opinion. I mean, if you look at Team RWBY, for example, they're trying to obviously save the world, and they believe that it's the right thing to go about it the way they're going about it. And of course, they're fighting on the side of Ozpin, even though they have no idea what his intentions or his full plan is. In which, if you think about it, he could be evil for all they know. Or this could just be a motive with intentions that just sound wrong, that don't sound right, and Ozpin could be completely using them for his scheme, for his plan that may actually not be a good plan at all, and it may not make him sound like a good person. And then if you actually think about it, look at characters like Hazel, for example. Hazel obviously opposes Ozpin, and he is obviously in disagreement because of the way Ozpin does things. Obviously, it led to his sister's death, which makes sense why he opposes Ozpin. He obviously opposes him because he obviously led someone that Hazel cared about, which was his sister in this case, that he loved, and led them to their death. And then if you look at Raven, apparently, Raven, she has her own agenda of doing things, and the way that she looked at it with her plans, her ideas, which were very complicated. But if you actually look at it, she obviously opposes Ozpin and she opposes Salem, so she fights for her own reasons as well. Not saying I agree with the reasons, but I'm just saying that she has her own reasons why she's fighting as well, and this actually makes complete and total sense, because that makes her, with her own opinion, fight for her own side. And, that's the thing. It's looking more and more like characters are just opposing with opinions rather than being good or evil, because if you actually look at it, let's just take Raven, for example. She didn't seem like an evil character. She just sounded like a character that just didn't have the right idea in mind. And, that doesn't make her evil per se, it just means that she had a differing opinion. Considering that her opinions differ from what Ozpin and Salem both want, this doesn't mean that she's evil. This just means that she differs in opinion, and she's going to go about things the way she's going to go about them. And of course, each side, each character has their own individual motives, and that's going to lead them to pick whatever side they're going to fight on. For all we know in the future, that once everything behind Ozpin is found out and everything behind Salem, once they reveal their motives, maybe this will make characters change sides or stay on one side while other characters move to another. This could split up sides when you think about it, and certain characters will group up with other characters. This could also make conflicting thoughts and arguments against each other and cause certain characters to join a certain side. And even some characters that are close to one another, this could split them apart even because of differing opinions. So if you think about it, what could be very interesting here is that characters could split apart or join certain sides because of them discovering the truth behind the beliefs of Ozpin and Salem, and maybe that the side that they're on to them could feel wrong, and they may join the other side because they may feel that it's right. I mean, it's very different when you think about it as opposed to looking at Tyrion's character, for example. Yeah, he really is a sociopath. He is somebody who does want to watch the world burn. I mean, give an example of when Salem said that she wanted Tyrion to go after RWBY, but then she makes the statement, do not kill her. Of course, before she made that statement, he was excited. And then when she said, do not kill her, then he was upset. So this shows that, yeah, he kind of more or less is a character that wants to watch the world burn. Now, when you look at other characters, though, each character has their own reason for fighting. And, of course, this shows that not everybody is like Tyrion, where they're a sociopath and they want to fight because they want to watch the world burn. But looking at it, I think this would be very interesting if later on, once everything is discovered behind Ozpin and Salem's plans, I think it would be interesting if, some characters from each side decide, oh, well, I disagree with Ozpin, or oh, I disagree with Salem, and they weren't originally what they thought, and then they join other sides. This would be interesting in itself because it would mix and match characters that were originally close or on the same side, and it could split apart even the closest of people because they may have originally believed that what they believed in was right the first time, or the side they were fighting on originally, but then they realized that what they were fighting for, or at least the side they were fighting on, was wrong, and that the other side was exactly what they were trying to achieve. That would be very interesting to mix and match this and do it like that. But anyways, let me know what you think down below. Do you agree? Do you disagree? Let me know in the comments down below. But anyways, thank you all for watching. I hope you all enjoyed, and if you did enjoy, hit the video with a like, subscribe if you want to see more content like this, and share this with your friends if you found this informative or useful. Well, anyways, I hope you all have yourselves a wonderful and fantastic day, and remember, if today was not a good day, tomorrow could always be better. Take care of yourselves and have a good one, everybody.